Hello students, we have a new lesson in our subject English listening and speaking. But before we do that, I would like to ask a question. How are you doing this pandemic? Of course, you may not enjoy what is happening in the world and in this country, but you still have to ask this question because I don't know if you are doing well. So ask yourself this question, how are you doing? Are you doing good? Are you happy somewhat with your daily activities with your family while you're staying at home? Are you busy? Are you doing something meaningful or significant? Because it's important that you have meaningful activities every day. Do you feel bored? Do you feel bored that instead of studying, what you do is you are doing unimportant things? Maybe chatting with your friends all the time, or watching movies all the time, or playing games instead of studying and other things. Are you depressed or stressed? According to the survey, 75% of the students are stressed with online class. Is that true? Are you depressed or stressed because of what is happening in the world? Do you feel like studying? I know that being a student you need to study, but you cannot do something well if you don't feel like it, if you do not enjoy it. So ask yourself these questions and evaluate yourself. And if you found that the answers to these questions are not helpful, then you must do something about it. Because you cannot stay that way. You cannot stay depressed or bored or doing something that is not helpful to you. You must do something in order to improve your life. Let me show you what I do during pandemic school days. One of the things that I do not do now because of the pandemic is to travel back and forth the school. But I still have a schedule of what I am going to do every day. During pandemic school days, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I read the Bible and pray until 7 because I believe that I need God, and the Word of God teaches me to have a purpose in my life and that God can give that purpose. And I pray because I depend on Him for my needs. I bathe and clothe myself at 7 o'clock. I still dress up even if I stay at home. I don't teach you without bathing myself and clothing myself. I still do it. I still dress up so that I will feel like a teacher when I teach you. I prepare for today's classes at 7:30. I eat breakfast with my family at 8 o'clock. Sometimes I eat cereal with milk. Sometimes I eat fried rice with scrambled eggs. Sometimes I eat a soup with boiled egg, but I eat breakfast with my family. I begin teaching students online at 8:30, and that continues on the whole all through the whole morning. So, what did teacher do here? What I just did here is I shared my early morning schedule with you. And this is what keeps me going. This is what keeps me uh, having a direction in my life, having goals, what I need to do, and I think you need to do that as well. And so, today I'm going to teach you a lesson that can help you talk about it and may inspire you to make a schedule for the things that you do every day. The lesson is titled Daily Routine. If you have your book, go to page 22 we will start our studies there. Okay, let us go. Let's have a warm-up. Let's see what you can do. In this section, you may pause the video in order to do what the video tells you to do, what the instructions tell you to do, so that you will improve your skills in telling about your daily routine. Okay, in page 22 of the book 50/50, there you can see exercise 2 in there. The instruction is listen to the following conversation, then practice it with a partner. Okay, listen.
Unit 4, Day to Day. Warm-up, Track 21.
How's your new roommate?
He's crazy. He gets up at 4:30 every day.
4:30 in the morning? Why?
He exercises for 2 hours before breakfast.
Does he wake you up?
No, nothing wakes me up at 4:30.
Okay, that's a conversation between Mark and Russ about their new roommate. And what are they talking about their new roommate? They are talking about his daily routine. So can you point out where is the daily routine in their conversation? There are two things that we can find here. First is Russ's new roommate gets up at 4:30 every day. So that's a daily routine. Another thing is that he exercises for 2 hours before breakfast. So that is also a daily routine. So that's what I mean by daily routine. You tell about what you do every day at a specific time. Now you can pause this video and practice the conversation between Mark and Russ. Okay, in exercise number 3, it says, practice the conversation a few more times. Each time, use the ideas below or your own ideas. Alright, so try to do the conversation using the time here and the activity. So instead of 4:30, you will say 5:45. Instead of saying exercises for 2 hours, you say plays guitar. Alright, so do the same with this activity and this activity. Pause the video and try to practice it using the same conversation. Okay, I hope that you have practiced the conversation a few more times. Now let's go to the technical part. I will teach you how to converse about your routine. In this section, I'm going to tell you how to talk about daily activities and their time. Okay, let's go. First is declaration focus. Declaration focus is just like what Russ did about his new roommate. To declare your daily routine, all you have to do is say the pronoun, the right pronoun, followed by a verb or the action, and then the time reference. So the pronoun can be I, we, they, he, or she, and then the verb can be any action like wake up, take a bath, eat breakfast. And then the time reference can be any time like 5:30 in the morning, 5:45, or it can be an event phrase like before the bird crows. Okay, so for example, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. He wakes up at 5:45. She wakes up before the bird crows. Or let us use a different action. We eat breakfast at 5:45. They take a bath at 5:30 in the morning. So that is the declaration focus. How about the what or activity focus? In this aspect, you want to know the activity, what someone does. Alright? So, in order to do that, you will ask the question, what? And then followed by a verb, pronoun, the word do, and another time reference. So, example, what do you do after school? Or what does he do on Sunday? You can replace it with the actual time, like 4 p.m. So, what do they do at 4 p.m.? Or what does she do at 12 noon? So that's the inquiry. How about a response? You can say a response by saying a pronoun, the right pronoun, followed by the verb, and then the location or thing. So for the verb, you can use actions like go, write, take, watch. And for the location or thing, you can say library, park, things like novels, bath, television. So, for example, I go to the library. He goes to the park. So that's a location. But how about a thing? Let us change go into write. We write novels. She takes a bath. They watch television. So that is activity focus. How about the who or person focus? In person focus, you're asking who the activity, the who the person does it with. So another two parts again, inquiry and response. In inquiry, you will start the question with the word who, followed by a verb, pronoun, and activity reference this time. So, who do you have lunch with? Who does he have lunch with? Or let us change the activity. Who do you study with? Who do they play with? Who does she talk with? So you can see it's an activity here. Now in response, you will say the right pronoun, verb, and the person reference. Instead of location or thing, you will say a person. I have lunch with friends. She has lunch with classmates. He has lunch with his girlfriend. We have lunch with family. So that is how you respond. The last is do or confirmation focus. In this aspect, you are asking if somebody does an activity at a specific time and you respond accordingly. So how do we ask about it? First, you have a verb, pronoun, and then the activity and time reference. Do you get up before 7 o'clock? Does he watch TV at after dinner? So you can put different activities and time in here. Now, how do you respond? First, you make a confirmation. It can be yes or no, and then the right pronoun and the verb. Yes, I do. Yes, he does. No, we don't. No, she doesn't. Alright, so that's how you respond. Now, if you understood, if you want to go back to these parts of the lesson, you can pause the video and go back to it. Now, we will continue with our activity. Okay, in our speaking activity, this is the first thing that you need to do. Draw a table on a piece of paper like the one below. Okay, this is a table. Okay, this is a table. Have two columns in the table. Column 1, column 2. In column 1, you will write activity. In column 2, you will write time. Now, after you do that, in column 1, you will write the activities that you do every day. Maybe it's wake up, pray, bathe and clothe, eat breakfast, study in class, eat lunch, eat supper, do homework, sleep. Write it here, at least 5 activities. And then here on column 2, you will write the time that you do it. So for example, I will write here, wake up, so that is my activity, and then the time is 6 o'clock. Okay, you get it? So write at least 5, but if you do more than 5, it's better. Alright? So after you do that, let us go to our main speaking activity. But before we do that, I would like to share to you what I do during pandemic school days in the afternoon. I usually eat lunch at 11 or 10 to 12 noon. During lunchtime, I watch part of a movie with my family. At 12:40, I clean up the mess and wash the dishes while listening to podcasts or music. I begin teaching students again at 1:30. I usually end teaching students at 3:10, but on Friday it ends at 4. So that's my routine every afternoon, Monday to Friday. I hope that you will have a schedule also every day so that you will have a direction with your life, everyday life. Okay, this is our speaking activity. Talk to someone about your daily routine. Keep the paper where you wrote your daily routine. Remember the table and the activities and time? Keep that. Choose a partner to talk to. You can use the same old partner that you talk to in your speaking activities. Make a conversation with your partner using the info you wrote in the paper. So use the paper that you used to write your daily routine and use it to make a conversation with your partner. Talk about your daily routine, asking and giving response to each other. Send clips to classroom or do it in Meet next week. Okay, so do you understand? If you have a question, just ask your teacher in Google Classroom or in our line group. Okay, thank you for listening. May you do the speaking activity and may you organize your everyday life using a daily routine. Bye.